For something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us, I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea. We've, tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president. I think we're always a work in progress in this country, but no one currently alive was responsible for that. And I don't think we should be trying to figure out how to compensate for it. First of all, it'd be pretty hard to figure out who to compensate. We've had waves of immigrants as well who've come to the country and experienced dramatic discrimination of one kind or another. So no, I don't think reparations are a good idea. I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea.
All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. This is truly how the so-called white man feels about reparations. You heard Mitch McConnell. That is the sentiment of all of them, all the pretty much the elite, the congressmen, the Republicans, all of them feel the same way. Trust me. Okay? So, Zechariah 11 and 5. Zechariah 11 and 5. We'll start at 4. Thus saith the Lord, my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Because we know we have these sellouts out here that basically promote through civil rights and so forth, but really they're making their own pockets fat, okay? Living great lives in America, Babylon the Great. Okay. So, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai allowed them to judge us for our ancestors' wickedness, okay? Exodus 20 and 3. The Lord told us, He warned us before we committed and broke the commandments that He had given us. He warned our ancestors before they broke them. All right. Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor worship them. For I, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So, when they broke the covenant by turning to other gods and idols, the Lord poured out the curse upon them. Okay, and eventually all the nations of Israel went into captivity. Okay, the nation of Israel and Judah. Okay. All right. So the Lord, He made good on His promise what He would do. And he raised up the so-called white man to rule over us. And it was by his hand, it was by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's hands that he was able to do this. He didn't do it with his own strength. It was the Lord who raised him up. And the same as he put a seal upon Esau, Edom, okay, during the dark ages, he put a seal and a curse upon us, in allowing them, when they came back into power, to have an uninterrupted rule. Okay, but Daniel 9 and 11 says, "Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of our power, because we have sinned against him. And he has confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil," evil meaning bad times. "For under the whole heaven have not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before the Lord our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth." But the point being, at no verse 12, "And he has confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven has not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem." And we know that we were, our ancestors, our forefathers went through slavery, shadow slavery, the worst in history. Okay, all right, we see it in the movies, right? But it was the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that raised up the so-called white man to be able to do this. All right, him being our twin brother Esau, he was able to subdue us, okay, with the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Daniel 4 and 17. "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." Okay, so the Lord raised up Esau, Edom, from the bottom, okay, and brought him out of obscurity and darkness, while we were ruling, our ancestors were ruling for 1,000 years in Europe. All right, and at this time, when they came back into power during the 1300s, the so-called white man, they were allowed to have an uninterrupted rule, and also it was to punish Jacob, okay, all right, who had been sinning against the Lord. Okay, all right, so let's get Sirach 10 and 8. "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." So at this time, all the wickedness that Esau Edom is doing is in the prophesying of the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges. The Lord is manifesting his judgments against Babylon the Great. You can see the decay, the wickedness that is being brought forth even further with the LGBT movement, the pedophilia being more put on the forefront. So the Lord is bringing forth judgment against this nation, Babylon the Great, America. So the kingdom will be translated to the children of Israel. Salakia. Mitch McConnell said none of the people living today are responsible for something that happened 150 years ago. Okay, well, that's not true. We just read in the judgment of the Lord to Israel in Exodus chapter 20 and 3. We'll go to Exodus 20 and we'll read it again. Exodus 20 and verses 2. We'll read verses 3. Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So the Lord judges the children of Israel, the fathers, to the fourth generation. Okay, when you do the math, okay, according to our time, we live to be 80 if we're mighty. Okay, that's one generation. Now 8 times 4 is not hard to figure out. That's 320 years or so, give or take. All right, so within those 320 years, the Lord can judge you. I mean, he can put you to death and send your spirit back within that time period to be reborn again and judged on the earth. Okay, all right, and judged on the earth. Okay, because judgment takes place here on the earth. Okay, and let's read about that. First, we'll read Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. And it reads, Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Okay, so the spirit will return back to the Lord. Okay, so that's how the Lord will judge us, through the spirit. He will send your spirit back. It's called regeneration and reincarnation. All right, he judges to the fourth generation. Okay, all right, so when he said none of them were responsible, okay, none of the people living were responsible because they weren't there 150 years ago. The Lord judges to the fourth generation of the fathers. All right, that's what Israel. So we got to figure that accounts to the wicked as well. All right, as far as the spirit is concerned. Okay, because everything regenerates. Okay, all right, so we'll read Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, and we'll go ahead on and prove this my point with the reincarnation, regeneration, because until you get this, you're not going to understand the judgment of the Lord. Okay, all right, because our spirits return back to the Lord. Our body is what decays and goes back to the ground. Okay, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Okay, and we know that we're under the sun. He's talking about us, men. Okay, verse 10. Salaki, I go on to Yeah, I'll read on down to 11. Okay, let me start again. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has already of old time which was before us. Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. And this is King Solomon speaking. He's the most wisest man in the world. And what he's telling you is that when you die and return back and receive a new body, you're reborn, right? You're not going to remember former things. Okay? And this and I'm gonna go on to prove that, because it's in here in the scriptures. All right, so let's find out let's prove that he was talking about man. Okay, Ecclesiastes 6 and 10, and it reads, that which has been is named already, and it is known that it is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. So the thing that has already been is man. Okay, so you don't remember former things. Okay, and the Lord judges you, okay, here on earth. Your spirit returns back to the Lord. All right, spirit returns back to the Lord. The Lord judges you. You're reborn again on the earth, and the Lord carries out judgment while you're here on earth. And that's the reason why don't get upset when you see people die young, or a child die, or whatever, because it's the will of the Lord. It could have been through his past life the Lord decided to end his time here on earth, or it could have been for something his father his father did, or his great-grandfather did. He judges to the 4th generation. Do you understand that? Okay. Hopefully you get that. All right, let's further prove regeneration and reincarnation. All right, Daniel. So Mitch McConnell is wrong. Okay, he is wrong. The Lord has judgment planned for Esau Edom. He's the one who set him up and allowed him to rule over us. Okay, his chosen people. Okay, all right. Daniel 12 in verses 13. First we'll read we'll just read 13. Daniel 12 and 13. It says, but go thou thy way till the end be. First, let me go up here so I can make a little bit better sense. We'll start at 8. Daniel 12 and 8. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, go thou, verse 9, he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Of course, we're at the time of the end now, right? Verses 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, Daniel shall die, and stand in thy lot at the end of days. So that proves regeneration and reincarnation. Daniel is here today in his lot. What was Daniel? He was a prophet. All right. Let's go to 2 Corinthians, I think it's 14 and 32. Yeah, I guess it'd be 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So you see, the lot that if you were a prophet in the ancient world, you're a prophet now. That's what that's telling you. All right. So hopefully you can get that. He's standing in his lot at the end of days. Okay. Daniel is standing in his lot at the end of days. Daniel 12 and 13. Go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest, Daniel shall die, and stand in thy lot at the end of days. So Daniel is in his lot. His lot is a prophet. The spirit is subject to the prophets. It's subject to the prophets. Okay. So hopefully you can receive that through the spirit, that regeneration is real. It's right in the Bible. Matthew 19 and 28. So Mitch McConnell is wrong. They're going to be judged for what they have done. Okay? Daniel Matthew 19 and 28. So we don't need reparations because the Lord has everything all set up for us to receive the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Through Jacob, our forefather Jacob. The 12 tribes is going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Okay, Matthew 19 and 28. We'll read 27. Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So the Lord Yahushua knew that the men back then would die. Okay, but their spirits would be sent back and they would be reborn at the end. See how that works? That's how it works. They didn't teach us this in school. Okay, this is learned from the men of the Lord through the Spirit. Okay, regeneration, reincarnation is real. So the Lord set up Esau Edom, so-called white man, to have an uninterrupted rule. Okay, so, and he cursed us for our ancestors going against the commandments, and therefore Esau is able to rule, and we will be the servants. Okay, because if we get reparations, we'll no longer be the servants. It doesn't make sense. Do you understand? Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and go to 68th verse. If we receive, come on now, if we receive a couple $1 million, are we going to serve them? Are we going to go out here and get a job? It's crazy. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. In other words, no man shall redeem you, with a buy price. In the ancient world, you could buy back a slave. Okay, not in. The Lord said, you ain't buying your way out of this one. This is going to be, the redemption shall come through Yahushua. Okay, and it's already been done. Okay, in the spirit. Okay, let's see what that scripture. Luke 1 and 68 tells us that we've already been redeemed. All right, all who return back to Yahushua in spirit and truth, leave off from idol worship, seek the Lord daily, do the will of the Lord, okay? Because there is work that has to be done, and that is to get out here and teach our people, and that will be only the men doing this. All right, okay. So I mean that's what has to be done, okay. But anyway, Luke 1:68, blessed be the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. See, he's going to redeem us. No person's going to come around and give us reparations and free us out of captivity, and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his prophets, which have been since the world began. So the prophets have been here forever, and the redemption was through Yahweh Shai. Okay. All right, Matthew 1:21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. See that? So that's where redemption is going to come from. And again, like I said, if we received millions of dollars, we would be going against the will of Yahweh Shai, and Esau would no longer have an uninterrupted rule, and Yahweh Shai wouldn't be able to come back and destroy him out of his kingdom, because he would already be taken down, because we would definitely not work. We would have everything we need, right? We wouldn't need, I mean, it just doesn't match up with prophecy. And the Lord, that's what this whole book is about, prophecy. All right. Okay, and that would be Revelations 19:10. All right. This is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. When we go out and preach on the highways and hedges, these camps, all right, their mission is to give testimony of Yahweh Shai, and the testimony is prophecy. All right, let's read about it. Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren. Okay, this is John, conversing with an angel, in a vision, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy. Okay, so let's go to Revelation chapter 12. And yeah, Revelation chapter 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Okay, we were redeemed by the blood of Yahweh Shai, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Okay, let me read that again. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Okay, that would be the children of Israel, because we are the descendants. Okay, and by the word of their testimony, the testimony being the prophecies. All right, so which proves that the camps that we have out here that are prophesying are on a mission, okay, to do the will of the Lord. Okay, it wouldn't be carried out within a building. It would be out on the highways and edges. And they loved not their lives unto death. Okay, because of course people will come against it. All right, so, and when we go down to 17, Revelation 12 and 17, and the dragon, which is Esau, Edom, and this empire. All right, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, which the woman is Israel. Okay, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, the seed line of Jacob. Okay, the seed of the fathers, the sperm, the men of the Lord, the fathers, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony, which is the prophecies of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay, so hopefully you got that. So we were given the testimony of Yahweh Shai through the prophecies. All right, that's how we're going to be redeemed, because the Most High is manifesting these prophecies in real time. All right, World War III is imminent. The Revelation 13 and 16, that's on deck. Okay. What else? All right, Jacob's trouble is on the horizon. All right. So an all-out hell, all right, is coming to the earth. All of this is prophesied in the scriptures. So, but Yahweh Shai drunk of the cup of affliction, and he put that cup of affliction upon us, and he's going to also put it on Esau Edom. So he's not going to get out of this. All right. So we'll roll through those scriptures real quick. We'll go to Jeremiah, because he said he was not accountable for what his ancestors did. All right, so we'll go through that real quick. Jeremiah 49 and 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" See that? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Okay? All right. We'll go to Lamentation 4 and 21, which is more direct. All right, so they're going to drink of the cup too, the cup of affliction, the cup of slavery. All right, the cup of hell. Okay, going to hell, being at the bottom. That's what hell is. It's not a burning place. It's a place. It's being brought down low. Okay, to a low state. Okay, Lamentation 4 and 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked." And that's what's happening right now. All the nations are seeing the sins, the shame of America, Babylon the Great. Okay, they're making themselves naked. All right, verse 22. "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion." Okay, daughter of Zion being us today. We make up the house of Israel and Judah. Okay, people of the Lord. "He will know," the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, "he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." Okay, so judgment is coming for them, whether they believe it or not. He can say that, "Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that. That happened 150 years ago." I just proved to you that regeneration and reincarnation, they're the same people that was here 150 years ago. Okay, they're the same people. The spirits will return and they were reborn. Okay, so the Lord is saying that he's going to judge them. All right, Exodus 21 and 16. "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." Are we not still in the hand of the nation of Edom? Okay, Babylon the Great, another Roman Empire. Okay, yes we are. Okay, Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay, this is prophecy. All right, okay, so they can't get out of this. All right, just like we could not get out of the prophecies that were spoken by the prophets in the ancient world that came true for us today. You know, our ancestors went into captivity. They can't escape it either. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Jeremiah 30:16. We'll go to 15. Jeremiah 30:15. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Okay, so that's what the Lord is saying to the house of Israel. Okay, because you sinned against him, your iniquities multiplied. That's why he did what he did. He put us in captivity, put us at the bottom, cursed us with this, put curses on us, Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, so forth. But verse 16, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Verse 17, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Okay, so the Lord is going to restore Israel back, and he's all the adversaries of Israel, every last one of them is going into captivity. All right, in the final scripture, all right, he said that nobody is responsible for what happened 150 years ago. This is what the Lord has to say. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, and son and nephew, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And how is he going to do this? I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts. Okay, so he's going to nuclear fire. It's going to be through fire. All right, and nuclear war. He's going to destroy all of Babylon the Great, and there's not going to be any, they're not going to have any name, remnant, or son. Okay, so the Lord has not forgotten. Okay, he says prepare slaughter for his children, verse 21, for the iniquity of their fathers. So they're in the same light as Jacob. The Lord judges us to the fourth generation. The Lord is going to destroy all of their children for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay, I'll read that one more time. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon, wherein Babylon, the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. For that I say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rekakadash, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.